Hey, it's Nathan with CrazyEyeMarketing.com, and in this video, I'm going to show you how to connect the Facebook Pixel and the Facebook Conversion API to your ClickFunnels 2.0 account. So if you do any sort of Facebook advertising, you want to go ahead and watch this video and make sure everything is set up and tracking properly, so that way you can optimize your ad campaigns as best as humanly possible. So let's go ahead and get into it. If we come into Sites here, and then click on this menu right here, and go into Site Settings, and you scroll down a little bit, you'll see the option for Facebook Pixel ID, and then you have Facebook Access Token and Facebook Test Event Code. So you can just get by with installing a Facebook Pixel ID, and that is like the simplest thing to do, and we're about to do it together. So if you don't know how to get your Pixel ID, I'm about to show you. And then you could use the Event Setup tool within Facebook Ads in order to track conversions. Now, the Facebook Access Token is definitely more complicated to set up, but it does give you better and more detailed information, and it'll automatically feed from ClickFunnels into your Facebook Ads account. So if you can get the Facebook Access Token to work, this would be the ideal methodology, and I'm going to show you how to do that in this video as well. So anyway, let's go over to our Facebook Business Manager, or our Meta Business Manager. I keep forgetting that they changed the name. And what we want to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and connect a data source and a web, and you might already have a Facebook Pixel, in which case you don't have to create a brand new one. You would just go ahead and use the one you already have, of course. But I'm creating it from scratch. Hopefully you can pick up the bits and pieces that are relevant to you, especially if you don't have to create one from scratch. So this will be ClickFunnels Demo, just so I can keep it straight. And I'll go ahead and create it. And I'm going to go ahead and plug in my site URL. And I'll go ahead and click on check. And then I'm going to go ahead and click on the do-it-yourself method right here and click on next. And it recommends that I do the Meta Pixel and Conversion API, which is what we're going to be doing in this video. Again, if you can only get to the Facebook Pixel ID, then that is definitely better than nothing. But if you can get the API stuff to work, then that is ideal. So we're going to go ahead and go with this recommended option right here, and we'll click on next. And then I want to come down here to set up manually. So I'm going to go ahead and set up the Conversions API manually and click on next. And we have a couple steps we're going to follow. I'm just going to go to the bottom right hand corner and click on continue. And then we need to go ahead and add additional events. And we have see all app events selected here. And we need to select a few events. So we're going to do the view content one, which is when somebody views a page. And we're going to scroll on down here. We're going to go to purchase and select that one. And we're also going to click on subscribe here. And then we're going to come over here and click on continue again. And now we have to go through each one of these parameters that we selected and select additional parameters. So I'm going to go ahead and tick all these boxes. Now, I'm not really an expert on the Meta API, so there might be a better way to do this stuff, but I know if you select all the blocks, then that's your best option. And then all the blocks down here as well. Now, there is some sensitive information that you will be gathering, so you probably do need to make sure that your privacy policy and all that stuff is up to snuff, letting people know that you are collecting this type of information. But I'm not a lawyer, so, do your own research on that front. I'm just showing you how it technically all functions and works together. So I'm going to check all the boxes on this page. So all these boxes are checked, and then I need to go to view content. And again, check all the boxes on this page too. And once you've gone through all the different parameters, you should see green circles right here, or green check marks right there. And the continue button should light up. And then it gives us a summary, and we can go ahead and confirm our setup right here. And then we want to go to manually implement the API yourself. So we're going to open up this implementation guide, and we'll go ahead and get started using the Conversions API. And the first thing we need to do is generate an access token. So I'm going to generate that. And then we copy that code right there. And we'll go back to our ClickFunnels account, and we're going to paste our code right there. Just like that. And I have it blurred out because it is sensitive material. Then you want to go ahead and scroll on down to the bottom here. So scroll on down and launch test events. And we want to click on confirm your server's events are set up correctly. So we'll click on that. And we see this code right here. I'm going to go ahead and copy it and come back over to ClickFunnels and paste that into the test event code area. So right like that. And then come back over to Facebook. And I also want to come back into this area here and click on the finish button as well, so that way I finished setting everything up. And I need to make sure I navigate to the correct data source, so my ClickFunnels demo data source right here. And then I want to scroll on down a little bit, and we see the option to set up a Meta Pixel, so we're going to click on that. And then I want to install this code manually. And here's the code. So I'm going to copy this code and I'm going to open up a notepad document. And I'm going to go ahead and paste my code right there. And this number right here is my Facebook Pixel ID. So I'm going to go ahead and grab that. And then I'll just click on continue in the bottom right hand corner. And I'm going to go ahead and turn on automatic advanced matching and leave all that stuff checked. I'll go ahead and click continue. And then it asks us to use the event setup tool, which is beyond the scope of this video. I'll have another video on the event setup tool, so just check my channel if you need help with the event setup tool. But we'll go to Pixel Overview and then back over to the ClickFunnels, and we're going to go ahead and paste our Facebook Pixel ID right in this field as well. And then we need to scroll on down to the bottom. Click on update site, and then I'm going to go grab a link to one of my funnels here, and we'll just do this one right here and copy the link. And then I'm going to open a new browser window, new incognito window. I'm going to go ahead and navigate to that funnel, and right now I'm basically going to test everything out to make sure it works. Now you can see I do have the Meta Facebook Pixel helper thing right here, and I currently have 2 pixels installed on this page. But you can see the one that I just installed right here, the 0700 one right there. So that one's loading and that looks appropriate. I'm going to go ahead and fill in this form real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and click on next. And I'm going to go back to Facebook real quick. And I'm going to navigate to this test events area. And I should see some events coming through. And I do see that a page view event processed. And that was received from my browser. So my Meta Pixel picked that one up. And so it looks like my Pixel is working correctly. And hopefully some of that API data starts coming through shortly. So I'm going to go back over to my funnel. And something just popped up right before I left. And we can see right here a lead process as well. And this was from the server. So this means the API sent this over to Facebook. And it counted as a lead because I filled out the first step of the 2-step order form. Right, so I filled out my shipping information, which actually contains my contact information. So this is considered a lead right there. And so that's what it sent over to Facebook. And you can see the details right here and the data that was collected. So email, external ID, all this information was collected and sent over to Facebook. Now let me come back over here to my funnel. And I'm going to go ahead and do an order so we can test that out. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the bump product as well. And we'll click on submit. And we have our OTO. I'm going to decline the OTO. And I'm going to go ahead and buy the downsell product. And I'm on my order confirmation page now. Let's go see what comes up in the events manager. And we can see right here that another lead processed when the order was submitted. And really that's okay. Facebook can tell when there's a duplicate and it'll go ahead and clean it for us later on. So since it has all this information and it knows like the first name and phone number and all that type of stuff, it knows that it's the same person and is basically double counting the leads. And there's our first purchase right there. So this information passed in, and you can see information like the value that was passed in, and it's all flowing in now. So our value, $17 US, our order ID, and some more information right there, the quantity and all that type of stuff. And we also captured all this, their country, city, email, external ID. We captured all this information and sent it over to Facebook, so Facebook could associate that information with their list of customers and users across their various platforms like Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp and all that other stuff. You can see that we got another lead counted on our downsell page because that customer information was sent in again. But Facebook ads is smart enough to not triple count our leads. And then we have our next purchase, our downsell purchase right here, which was $7. And we have captured all this information on our customer as well and sent it into Facebook. So that is awesome. It looks like our events are all tracking and processing correctly. And now when it comes to doing Facebook advertising, you'll be able to create really awesome audiences and optimize your ads for lead generation and purchases. And hopefully you'll make millions and millions of dollars. And that's pretty much it for this video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, and or please check out crazymarketing.com. And I hope you have a great rest of the day.